Thank you, Judy, and thank you for that reminder about the rule of law. And again, we really appreciate the ABA's and the Jury Bar Association's support of this event. And now we have a special interlude, if you will. I would like to introduce Professor Murry Sidlin, who is a doctor and faculty member here at the Roman School of Music, Drama, and Art at the Catholic University of America. And he's the president and creative director of the Defiant Requiem Foundation, an organization that sponsors live concert performances of Defiant Requiem, Verdi and Terezin and Hours of Freedom, the story of the Terezin composer, as well as other projects, including the documentary film Defiant Requiem, docudrama called Mass Appeal 1943, the Raphael Schechter Institute for Arts and Humanities in Terezin, and a comprehensive web-based educational curriculum with additional resources for educators. In addition, he lectures extensively on the arts and humanities as practiced by the prisoners in the Third Reich Terezin concentration camp. He's been a conductor and music director of many symphony orchestras around the country and a guest conductor at many around the world. He served as the Dean of the School of Music at the Catholic University of America. He's particularly well known and recognized for his focus on the music and composers of the Holocaust. And, for example, he presented the first performances of Defiant Requiem in Portland, Oregon, and since then has done nearly 50 performances. On 3 occasions, he's led performances in the Czech town of Terezin, the site of the concentration camp. And in June 2009, that performance served as the conclusion to the multinational Holocaust Era Assets Conference, attended by nearly 600 delegates from 47 nations, and hosted by the Czech government and the Forum 2000 Foundation. He's also done it in Jerusalem. He's received many important commendations and awards for this work, including in September 2011 when the Archbishop of Prague presented him with the Medal of St. Agnes of Bohemia for his dedication to illuminating the legacy of Terezin. January 2013, he was nominated to the International Board of Governors of the Jerusalem Academy of Music and Dance. And finally, in June of 2013, he received the Simon Wiesenthal Center's Medal of Valor for his extraordinary efforts to keep alive the memory of Raphael Schechter. I was just thrilled to discover that Murry was right here at the Catholic University of America, and I'm so glad to welcome him to this performance. You know, we are a Catholic school, and the truth is an integrated whole, and so we're glad to have Murry here and have his wonderful performers to remind us of the music of the Holocaust. So, Murry Sidlin.
Thank you, President Garvey, Dean Payne, honored guests, university administration, faculty. How perfect that this exhibition comes to us at the precise moment when in many locations and among many peoples, we are witnessing an enormous variety of commemoration events pertaining to this, the 75th year after the liberation of towns, nations, and especially the unspeakable death camps and prisons where many millions of humans suffered and were mostly murdered. We commemorate the end of those 12 years of insanity and chaos. And at that moment of liberation, the eyewitnesses came forward, and we learned about the significant role that the arts and humanities played in several prisons, offering the prisoners some measure of nutrition, dignity, and inspiration, thereby responding to the worst of mankind with the best of mankind. For example, in the ghetto concentration camp of Terezin, which was re-identified by the Nazis as Theresienstadt, there were approximately 2,400 lectures given by 530 prisoners, 30 lectures alone by Dr. Heinrich Klong on all facets of law, and over 300 lectures on literature. Over 1,000 concerts, including complete operas, performances of Tosca, Magic Flute, the Fledermaus, 35 performances of the Bardic Bride, chamber music, cabaret, a jazz band known as the Ghetto Swingers, and most importantly, a new music studio comprised of about 20 prisoner composers who were at work bringing forth new music contemporary music of hope, longing, music that was heartbreaking, music that was clearly serving as eyewitness, music that carried messages, music of plain entertainment, in memoriam, and some music too dangerous to perform, therefore censored by a council of Jewish elders. New music, new art, new creativity translates as faith in the future. All this with little or no nutrition in the diet, and work days and weeks that were brutal, actual slave labor. That council of elders, when needed, also served as a court. This was not the court in Terezin of some of the most prestigious lawyers from the courts of Vienna, Berlin, and Amsterdam, which heard accusation offenses of desperation. This council was diversely comprised of some lawyers, well-known rabbis such as Rabbi Leo Beck, chief rabbi of Berlin before he was arrested, and scholars, educators, physicians, and psychologists. The most critical case which they themselves brought to their own council concerned the famed oratorio by Italian opera composer Giuseppe Verdi, his Requiem Mass. The council wanted to ban all planned performances of this work, claiming it would be perceived as a Christian service parading as a concert. And when the performing intent of the Requiem Mass was discovered, major protests by Orthodox Jews erupted. The volunteer choir numbered 150, and rehearsals had begun, and there was only one score in the entire camp. The complete composition was taught and learned by rote, taught in Latin by a young girl who was 16, member of the choir, who was born Jewish but had converted to Catholicism, and she knew the Mass very well. The conductor, Raphael Schechter, responded to the council by refusing to accept their Verdi verdict, stating that the meaning of any great work of art is never limited to its original intent. He asked, are only Christians allowed to be deeply moved by Michelangelo's Pietà? Are only Christians allowed to cry at Bach's St. Matthew Passion? The council relented, and 16 performances of Verdi's Requiem were presented. Now I would like to offer you a sample of the minds and hearts of Terezin creativity. I have with me today two colleagues of the School of Music, Drama, and Art who will present two songs composed at Terezin. The first comes under the heading of Music of the Broken Heart, composed by Carlo Talba. Evidently, this short song is all that remains of the generous collection of music he composed while in prison. He was murdered in Auschwitz in 1944. The title is A Jewish Child. You are a child, like many in the whole world, yet you are a different child. You are a child who has lost his country. You are a stranger to all cities. How long you have not heard your language. Your heart is uninhibited. Home, Heimat, he cries for home. The second song will be sung, and it is a work of Victor Ullmann, the most famous composer in Terezin, and this is a song of hope. If ever I could make a beautiful creation, with text by Ricarda Cook. I'm happy to present to you now my two distinguished colleagues, Professor of Voice and Opera Sharon Christman, and Professor of Piano Ivo Kalchev, who will perform A Jewish Child by Carlo Talba, and If Ever I Could Make a Beautiful Creation by Victor Ullmann. Thank you very much.